Welcome to Podcast Summaries, where every week we break down powerful ideas from 8 to 10 top podcasts to help you grow, heal, and thrive. If you find this summary helpful, please subscribe. Your support keeps this journey going. Here's a rundown on This Is a Scam. People were running from us because we were black, featuring Michelle Obama by Stephen Bartlett.
Michelle Obama grew up in a small house on the south side of Chicago, where she shared a bedroom with her brother and had to navigate the challenges of a working-class family. Her parents, Fraser and Marion Robinson, instilled in her a strong sense of values, including the importance of hard work, honesty, and loyalty. Michelle's father, in particular, was a role model, as he worked tirelessly to provide for his family, despite struggling with multiple sclerosis. Michelle's mother, Marion, was a fierce advocate for her children, always pushing them to be their best selves and fighting for their rights when necessary. She was the one who intervened on Michelle's behalf when she was struggling in second grade, recognizing that the teacher was not providing adequate support and advocating for Michelle to be tested and potentially skipped a grade. As Michelle grew older, she began to realize the impact of racism on her community. She saw how white families would flee neighborhoods as soon as black families moved in, a phenomenon known as white flight. This experience taught her that racism was a pervasive and insidious force, but also that it was not something to be feared or internalized. Instead, Michelle's parents taught her to respond with empathy and understanding, to put herself in others' shoes and try to see things from their perspective. This approach served Michelle well as she navigated the challenges of her early life, including being underestimated and marginalized because of her race. She learned to stand tall and assert herself, even in the face of adversity, and to never let others define her worth or potential. Throughout her life, Michelle has been driven by a desire to make a positive impact on the world. She has worked tirelessly to promote education, healthy eating, and women's empowerment, and has become a powerful voice for marginalized communities. Her story is a testament to the power of resilience, determination, and the importance of having a strong support system. Despite being an outstanding student, she struggled with standardized tests and felt like she didn't belong. However, she soon realized that there were many forms of affirmative action at play, including wealth and legacy, and that she wasn't alone in her struggles. When she excelled in her first semester, earning straight A's, she felt a sense of freedom and empowerment, realizing that she was just as capable as her peers. As she navigated her career, Michelle found herself checking boxes and following a predetermined path. She became a high-paid corporate attorney, but felt unfulfilled and restless. It wasn't until she met Barack Obama, who was the opposite of a box checker, that she began to question her choices and explore new possibilities. Barack's unconventional approach to life and his passion for community organizing inspired Michelle to take a leap of faith and pursue a career in public service. Michelle's pivot from law to public service was not without its challenges. She had to confront her own fears and doubts, as well as the expectations of those around her. However, she was driven by a desire to make a difference in the lives of others and to serve her community. With the support of her husband and her own determination, Michelle found a new sense of purpose and fulfillment. The couple's journey was not without its financial struggles. They were deeply in debt, with student loans that exceeded their mortgage payments. However, they were committed to their shared vision of making a positive impact in the world. Barack's decision to write a book and pursue public interest work, rather than taking a lucrative job at a big firm, was a testament to their shared values and commitment to each other. As Michelle looked back on her journey, she realized that she had been living someone else's dream, rather than her own. She had been driven by a desire to succeed and to make her parents proud, rather than by a genuine passion for her work. However, with the support of her husband and her own self-reflection, she was able to find a new path and pursue a career that truly fulfilled her. Michelle's story is a powerful reminder that it's never too late to make a change and pursue a new path. With courage, determination, and a willingness to take risks, we can overcome our fears and doubts and find a sense of purpose and fulfillment that truly reflects who we are. She emphasizes the importance of communication and defining a shared life together, especially when children are involved. Michelle notes that when she and Barack Obama had their first child, it was a significant adjustment, and they had to learn to work together as a team. She advises couples to have open and honest conversations about their goals, values, and expectations to avoid resentment and fatigue. Michelle also opens up about her struggles with pregnancy and infertility, revealing that she and Barack had to undergo IVF treatments. She stresses the importance of talking openly about women's health and the challenges that come with it, rather than keeping it a secret. Michelle shares her own experiences with miscarriage and the emotional toll it took on her, highlighting the need for support and understanding in relationships. The conversation turns to Michelle's life as the First Lady, and she shares her initial reaction to Barack's decision to run for public office. She was hesitant due to the impact it would have on their family and the potential dangers that came with being the first Black president. Michelle notes that she had to fight for her family's needs and accommodations in the White House, as the system was not designed to support families. Michelle reflects on what she would have done differently if she had known more about the presidency and its effects on families. She advises couples to prioritize their relationship and communicate openly about their needs and expectations, especially when faced with significant life changes. Throughout the conversation, Michelle emphasizes the importance of honesty, communication, and teamwork in building a strong and resilient relationship. She recalls how her daughters, Malia and Sasha, had to start school in armed cars with men with guns, and how she had to fight for the right to have consistent, detailed leaders for them. The experience was overwhelming, but Michelle Obama's priority was to ensure her children came out of it not crazy and whole. As the First Lady, Michelle Obama faced a unique type of scrutiny, with people questioning everything about her, from her appearance to her identity. She's been called an angry Black woman and has even had a U.S. congressman make fun of her body. Despite the hurt and anger, Michelle Obama has learned to laugh it off and focus on the bigger picture. She believes that people's rage and hatred often stem from their own fears and insecurities, rather than anything she's done. Michelle Obama's mother, Marion, was a constant source of comfort and wisdom during her time in the White House. She was the soft place to land for Michelle and her daughters, and her presence helped to keep everyone grounded. Even though Marion has passed away, Michelle Obama still feels her presence and wisdom guiding her. The loss of her mother was a difficult experience for Michelle Obama, but she's found solace in her podcast, which she sees as a way to continue her mother's legacy. She believes that by sharing her own experiences and wisdom, she can help others navigate the challenges of life. Michelle Obama's podcast is a reflection of her values and her desire to create a space for meaningful conversations and connections. When it comes to setting boundaries, Michelle Obama believes it's essential to practice saying no and prioritizing one's own needs. She's learned that it's okay to take time to think before responding to requests, and that it's not necessary to please everyone. Michelle Obama's advice is to focus on what works for you, and to remember that your no doesn't have to change anyone else's life. He reflects on the profound impact that Michelle Obama's family has had on his life, even from thousands of miles away. Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe, check out YouTube channel, and just remember, subscription is only £1 or $1 per month. Leave a comment or review. Until next time, happy listening.